Maller.
The Ben Maller Show.
The math ain't mathing on this one. On many, many levels. Many, many, many levels there. The Lakers were just handed on a silver platter Luka Doncic, and they didn't have to bid against anyone? Why would you do that? That's bad management. That's incompetence. That's wrong on many levels. Why would you do that? Wouldn't you fire the general manager if you owned the team and that is how they did business? I think you would. But it's like, oh, we're going to call one team and we'll just give you the buy now price and that's it. And you don't have to bid and just submit an offer and we'll make it happen. Yeah. Now, back when the NBA actually had leadership, guys with hair on their chest and balls and things like that, David Stern would have vetoed this trade.
Ben Maller. Weeknights, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. This is the Dan Patrick Show.
Why? The Mavericks went to the NBA Finals last year. It's not like they flamed out in the first round. It's not where you go, man, they got to make some big decisions here. They got to make some changes here. They went to the NBA Finals last year. And you get rid of Luka, who's 25, and you get Anthony Davis in return because you say defense wins championships. And then you were talking about your culture, the Mavs culture, that these players they got fit in better than Luka. And it goes back to why? What do the Mavs know that we don't know yet? And was it just Luka was not in shape? You don't want to give him a max deal where he's going to be making over $70 million a year. It's one of those when you watch him play and you go, gosh, if he ever gets in shape, he'll average 40 a game.
Dan Patrick.
The Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. Are you using the TalkBack feature on the iHeartRadio app? It's the button that looks like a microphone, which allows you to talk to us. Press it, record your message, and fire it off.
Rose Bowl game.
It's simple and intuitive.
Broadcast on radio.
On second thought, perhaps some people are confusing it with a smart speaker prompt.
Texas and Arizona.
Pretty sure that's what's happening.
Texas and Arizona football game.
Fox Sports Radio is at your fingertips on the iHeartRadio app.
If you've been thinking about home security, now's the time to join the millions of Americans who trust SimpliSafe. It helps stop break-ins. Visit simplysafecolin.com to get 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Back here on the herd, great stuff from Greg Cosell. A former NFL quarterback was listening and texted during the show about the Chiefs' offensive line, why they're not throwing the ball down the field. I got to say, the audience for the herd is formidable. You guys have good stuff, and very much forward looking to the game. And
welcome back to the Gingrich Ball State Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield.
Right to left, the shifty guard pulls up straight away, 3, 6 it.
Ball State basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Greg Hubler Automotive.
Left to right in transition, skies, flies, and dunks.
It's time for the Greg Hubler Automotive countdown to tip-off. Now let's go courtside.
Historically known as the rubber capital of the world, Akron, Ohio is the site for Ball State basketball on this Tuesday night Maction Road game. The Cardinals, in the midst of a 5-day road trip, take on the MAC-leading Akron Zips from James A. Rhodes Arena, and we're live on the Greg Hubler Countdown to Tip-Off. Welcome into Akron, Ohio, and this is the Greg Hubler Countdown to Tip-Off. Check out PromiseKept.com for all of your vehicle needs. That's PromiseKept.com with our friends over there at Greg Hubler in Muncie, Marion. David Eha, Mick Tidger with you. Matt Tittle is back in our network studios producing here this evening. This is a big one, because Ball State's going up against the Akron Zips, a 16-5 record, 9-0 in the Mid-American Conference. Ball State at 10-11, 4-5 in the MAC, coming off a win against Buffalo. This is one of those big ones that you love to try and get here on the road.
Well, Mick, Cards got their work cut out for them. Without a doubt, Akron has set themselves up as the standard in the league right now. If you look at some of the numbers, I'm going to give you 3 statistics that really drive things home. In their last 40 home games, they are 38-2. In their last 5 games this year, they've led for 195 out of a possible 200 minutes. Each game, they've had an average largest lead. The last 5 games, their largest lead average is 26 points. So these guys have been dominant. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, so a golden opportunity here tonight.
And it sure is. He especially coming off a win against Buffalo, down by 10 points, going on a 30-7 run there to end the first half, start the second half. Ball State starting off this 5-day road trip with a massive win on the road against Buffalo to kind of jumpstart what this is. And if Ball State can replicate a little bit of what they did on Saturday in Buffalo, that spells a really good sign tonight.
Well, they're going to have to take what they did at that end of the first half and see if you can do that for a full 40 minutes, because that's what it's going to take here tonight. The one thing I do like, Mick, going into this matchup is this is a game where you want veteran guys that have been around, that aren't going to be intimidated. If anything bodes well, it's the experience the Cards bring here tonight.
That experience is what Peyton Sparks has brought, especially Mid-American Conference play. Peyton became just one of 10 players in Ball State basketball history with 1,000 career points and 700 rebounds. Did that last game against Buffalo, and he also just won Mid-American Conference Player of the Week yesterday. So congratulations to Peyton Sparks and all the success he's had, especially recently.
No question about it. He's been dominant. And, Mick, one other thing that jumps out to me when you look at stats for Peyton that shows his game recently, in the first 10 games, he had a total of 2 blocks. He has 7 blocks in the last 3. So not only is he making an impact at the offensive end, but he's also doing it defensively.
And MAC Player of the Week, Peyton Sparks, goes up against this Akron Zips team, and the Cards look to put the Zips in the loss column for the first time in conference play. We'll sit down with head coach Michael Lewis coming up next. The Greg Hubler countdown to tip-off. It's Ball State in Akron, Tuesday night action from Akron, Ohio, on the Greg Hubler countdown to tip-off in the Cardinals Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pride Mark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pride Mark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
We are Indiana Spine Group, now in Muncie. We specialize in treatment of the entire spine. Our interventional pain management physicians and spine surgeons work together to find the root cause of your symptoms, whether it's playing a professional sport or playing with your grandchildren. Our team makes every decision with you and your goals in mind. We are advocates for non-surgical interventions, and we will only recommend surgery if it truly is the best option. To learn more, visit our website at indianaspinegroup.com or call 765-283-0150.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Welcome back inside the Greg Hubler Countdown. Ball State's on the road, wrapping up a 2-game road stand against Buffalo and then Akron here today. Coach Lewis joining us on the pregame. Coach, appreciate your time as always. Thank you.
Well, we've spent a little time together here the last few days, huh?
We have got to see Niagara Falls together and with the rest of the team.
Yeah, a little time on the road brings the team close together.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to see Niagara Falls. You went back in the bus and asked people, hey, have you guys seen Niagara Falls? It seemed like a lot of guys hadn't yet. So pretty cool experience.
It's when you're in those situations, I think you got to use college basketball to help gain experiences for guys. And Niagara Falls is cool to look at. It's one of those things you want to see, and then you can kind of move on. But I remember my college coach took me to see Niagara Falls, and so it's kind of cool to be able to take a team back there and let them have that experience.
Coach, looking at the Buffalo tape back, what'd you see from your team?
Well, I thought the last 8 or 9 minutes of the first half was maybe as good a basketball that we played in a stretch in some time, and so that was encouraging. The second half, we had a pretty comfortable lead, and we kind of maintained it. They made a little run. We were able to push it back out, but I thought, really from that 9-minute mark on, we played some pretty solid basketball.
Coach, looking at Akron, top 15 in the country in scoring, top 15 in the country in rebounding. How do you try and stop what they do?
Well, I think you got to, we got to try to muddy this game up a little bit. You may see us try some things that aren't necessarily what we normally do, just to try to keep them off balance. I don't think we can just step up toe-to-toe with these guys. They haven't really had a close game since the MAC opener. We've got to be very tough. We got to be very physical. You can't let them come out the first 4 minutes and give you a gut punch and not respond. So we got to be able to play from the jump. I think the first 8 seconds, our transition defense, the first 8 seconds is very important. They're very good at obviously shooting and making threes and then layups. We've got to somehow, which we haven't been able to do all year yet, is contain the basketball so we don't have to help on drives and give up rhythm threes. Their threes are threes that are coming off penetration and kick, and we've got to do a really good job in that area, being able to contain the basketball and try to be 2 places at once.
Appreciate you as always, Coach. Good luck today. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least 1 Mammoth from Mancino's.
New year, new ways to save at Peterman Brothers. With $1,500 off a new heating and cooling system. And no interest financing up to 36 months. You can even get a tax credit of up to $2,000 for select systems. And save even more with a membership. Just ask about our Peterman Protection Club. If you're ready to save big in 2025, just visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
We often talk about partnerships, and at Indiana American Water, we serve over 50 communities across the state, and each one of those has a special place in our hearts. One of these long partnerships has been with Muncie, the home of Ball State University, currently in its 107th year. At Indiana American Water, we're now in our 138th year, and we want to say,
Go Cardinals!
Cardinals.
Welcome back inside the Greg Hubler Countdown to tip-off. Ball State and Akron head-to-head for the first of two meetings this season. This one in Akron, Ohio, before they meet up in Muncie later in February. David Eham, Mick Tidger with you. Matt Tuttle's back in our network studios producing here tonight. We just saw in the starting lineup, there's a pretty big absence of a player for the Akron Zips. There is no Nate Johnson in the lineup. He has started every single game for the Zips this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's their leading scorer, obviously their best player. Now, here's the thing. We saw him out there. He's warmed up, so I don't know if this is a disciplinary thing. He had started all 21 games previously, so in his place is going to be a freshman, Marvin Musime Kamali, 6'7", 210 pounds. 6'6", 195, redshirt freshman. So will be interesting to see when Johnson gets in this game.
Musimi Kamale with a total of 3 starts this year for Akron. So not his first go at it, but in this particular instance, Johnson sitting or not playing for the first time this season. Again, like you said, was going through warm-ups. We'll see what this ultimately is. Akron just took the floor again. So we'll keep our eyes on that development. That's a big one for the Zips. Outside of Akron, Ohio here today, a lot of action across college basketball, including the Mid-American Conference, and other scores happening in the country that are kind of the marquee matchups right now. Marquette and St. John's, 11-12 in the country, 11-11 score there. Purdue and Iowa about 7 o'clock. Kentucky Ole Miss, also a 7 o'clock tip, and the number one team in the country, Auburn, takes on Oklahoma. That is a 9 o'clock start in that one for the Auburn Tigers. In Eastern Michigan, Kent State leading the Eagles 23-12. Both those teams 4-5 in conference play, trying to create some sort of separation within this group of 4 and 5 teams. Out of 12 teams in the MAC, there's 5 right now that are 4 and 5, including Ball State. So a logjam there. Kent State and Eastern Michigan will break that up today. In that matchup, Kent State leads it by 11. Western Michigan is at Ohio, 7 o'clock start there. NIU takes on Bowling Green, 7 o'clock start for the Falcons and Huskies. And then Miami, Ohio, just one game back from Akron in the MAC at 8-1. It's the road to Central Michigan, who's 4-5 in conference. And then Toledo hosts Buffalo. Toledo 7-2 in MAC, and Buffalo's 2-7. So an interesting slate across conference play today for the Mid-American Conference. We'll come back, look at the entire starting lineups for both teams between Akron and Ball State. Last day of a 5-day road trip for Ball State ends here in Akron, Ohio. See if the Cards can knock off the Zips, who are perfect 9-0 in MAC play. Starters and opening tip up next in the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
When it comes to vehicles, Greg Hubler Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Hubler Promise, to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit PromiseKept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
Make 2025 your year of flawless selfies, no filter needed. Achieve your best look with subtle yet significant enhancements at Muncie's leading skin rejuvenation clinic. Revitalize Med Spa is an official partner of Ball State Athletics. Schedule your free consultation and claim your $25 discount off any facial. Plus, get 2 free tickets to any Ball State basketball game just for scheduling a consultation. No purchase necessary. Learn more online at revitalize-med-spa.com. That's revitalize-med-spa.com. Go Cards!
Don't let an injury keep you on the bench. Every injury is unique, just like our patients. Our board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons will create a custom plan to help prevent future injuries. Our Marion Health Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team will guide you through the healing process. You'll feel confident knowing what to expect before and after treatment. We partner with you to make your recovery a success. You don't have to go far for excellent orthopedic care. Get back in the game with Marion Health.
Destination Muncie is our local visitor center whose mission is to both encourage locals to connect to our vibrant city and make visitors feel at home. By visiting destinationmuncie.org, you can do everything from learning about our great events, businesses, and attractions to planning a corporate or group event, sports tournament, or even a wedding. Destination Muncie is a proud partner of Ball State Sports. Chirp, chirp. DestinationMuncie.org.
When it's time for pizza, Greek's Pizzeria delivers every time. Experience our hand-tossed pizzas and fresh salads made to perfection.
Enjoy our gourmet handmade fresh salads made to order. Every bite is delicious.
Order online, pick it up, or have it delivered at www.greekspizzeria.com.
It's our taste.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
On the Gingrich Ball State Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield.
Fakes a pass, takes a three, swish!
Thanks for joining us for the Greg Hubler Automotive Countdown to Tip-Off.
Straightaway Trey lets it loose and buries it.
Tip-Off is just moments away. Here's the voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow.
An opportunity awaits Ball State men's basketball today from Akron, Ohio, as the Cardinals and Zips meet up for the first time this year. Ball State looking to even up its Mid-American Conference record at 5-5, while the Zips aim for a perfect 10-0. E mentioned it earlier, 38-2 in the last 40 home games at James A. Rhodes Arena are the Zips, and Ball State's looking to break that here today. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Ball State Cardinals under third-year head coach Michael Lewis, 45 wins in his 2.5 years, trying to even his MAC record back up to 23-23. The Cardinals start off with the same starting lineup they've gone with the last few outings, and it's numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Jamari Fathill, third leading conference scorer this year at 16 points per game, with Ethan Britton Watts, 10 or more points in 5 of his last 6 outings. He's really come on offensively and defensively, exceptionally stout at Buffalo. Mickey Pearson Jr. tied his season best of 19 points last game against Buffalo. Juancy Gorosito, 0 for 4 last game, but trying to pick that up here today. And then Peyton Sparks, reigning MAC Player of the Week. E, how have you seen this lineup come together with this group?
Well, I'll tell you, really, they've really fit into their roles. The biggest thing that I've seen is the assist rate has gone up, and guys are making open threes. You're going to need to do that tonight. Make them pay for the double teams on Peyton Sparks.
And then for the Akron Zips, the starting rotation again without Nate Johnson, the team's leading scorer at 13.5 points per game. But they have a lot of other scorers that are capable of being their leading scorers. Isaiah Gray, senior guard, averaging 10.5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists in the starting lineup. Alongside Seth Wilson, 5.5 rebounds, 5.5 points per game, 2 rebounds per game. Comes off 11 points in the previous outing. We mentioned it, redshirt freshman Marvin Musime Kamali in the starting lineup. Just 2 points, 3.5 rebounds per game. This is his 4th start of the season and second in Mid-American Conference play. And Tavari Johnson as well, 12.5 points, 2 rebounds, and a team-high 4.5 assists per game alongside James Okonkwo, the senior from England, 7.5 points and a team-best 8 rebounds. What do you make of now this starting lineup for Akron without Nate Johnson in the lineup?
Well, like I said, it's going to be interesting. Nobody knows why he's not in the starting lineup. Is it one of these deals at the first media timeout he comes in? We'll certainly see. I know they're going to want to try to stay out of foul trouble, but Nate Johnson is not a guy that would be guarding Peyton Sparks, so we'll see. And, Mick, as we get ready to tip this off, 3 keys. Transition defense. Akron leads the MAC. They're 25th in the nation in fast break points. You've got to get back. You've got to defend the 3. A lot of their 3s come in transition. The other key, get to the foul line. The Cardinals have made more free throws than Akron has attempted. If you get to the foul line, it helps the first 2 keys because you're allowed to set your defense. You don't have to worry about them getting transition.
Remember, if the Ball State Cardinals win, you win 50% off regular price, any size pizza, any toppings at Papa John's. That's Papa John's, 50% off. You win when Ball State wins. And there may have been a mistake because Nate Johnson's walking onto the floor and acting like he's a starter. So
yeah, I mean, the computer has not updated it. They still have Marvin Musimi Kamali, so there you go. That
takes away that situation. So Johnson walking out, and here we go. John Gross walking the sidelines in his 8th season for Akron. Coach Lewis sits down for Ball State in his 3rd season. And away we go here from Akron, Ohio at the James A. Rhodes Arena. Ball State wins the opening tap in the road red uniforms. Dancing Charlie down the right side of the shorts. And Akron's in the home whites with a gold down the sides. Ball State right to left. It's Wansi Gorosito. Into the left corner, feeds it down to Sparks. Back out. Gorosito launches a left wing 3. It rolls around and out. And a rebound for Tavari Johnson. Junior guard from LaGrange Park has it for Akron, working left to right. Here's Isaiah Gray. Gray cross-court pass to the right corner. Wilson chucks it back up to Tavari Johnson. Misses the right wing 3-pointer. And Nate Johnson smacks the ball off the backboard. Hill grabs the defensive rebound for Ball State. Charging forward inside the free throw line left. And facilitates back out to Gorosito to reset for Ball State. Scoreless game, almost a minute gone by here from the Jar. It's Sparks, reigning MAC Player of the Week, working down low on Okonkwo. Sparks, the left-handed hook shot, leaves it just short. And Okonkwo, the defensive rebound, as the senior leads the Zips with 8 rebounds a game. Here's Nate Johnson, straightaway 3-point ball. Karam's out. Sparks has it ripped out of his hands. Johnson takes it, runs toward the rim. He misses the dunk attempt, and the ball flies out of the hands of Okonkwo out of bounds, baseline right. Akron does not capitalize. It is Ball State possession. A minute 15 in, no score, but this thing's moving back and forth.
Yeah, it really is. Both teams have had good opportunities on the offensive end, just haven't been able to make the shot.
So Ball State has it with Ethan Britton Watts, slowly walking into the front court in between the legs dribble as Mickey Pearson controls from the left wing. Pearson coming off a season best 19 points at Buffalo. Here's Britton Watts, gives off to Fat Hill with 9 seconds to shoot. Feed down to Sparks, working on Okonkwo, one-on-one. Sparks muscles up and drops one down for the game's first points. 2-0, Ball State, almost 2 minutes in.
Well, that time no double team came. Peyton was nice and patient. A lot of room to work in there, finished.
It seems like they'll let the 6'8" senior Okonkwo go one-on-one with Sparks, at least for these first couple of possessions. Here's Tavari Johnson for Akron straight away, working against Watts. Nate Johnson now steps out, right wing 3, bounces out. Hill climbs the ladder for the Ball State defensive rebound. Cardinals looking for a 2-possession lead early on here as Hill loses control. Tavari Johnson ends up with it for Akron. And the guard bounces one to Okonkwo in between traffic, throws one up, hits it, and draws a foul.
Well, that's definitely one thing that you have to watch, and that's the turnovers that lead to runouts and easy baskets. They will feast on that. You have to value the basketball.
Okonkwo shooting to our right. First free throw of the night. He's a 71% free throw shooter. Pretty high volume, too. 53 makes on 74 attempts. And Okonkwo's free throw pops out. Mickey Pearson Jr., the Ball State rebound. Here comes Watts. Crosses the midcourt timeline. The blue A. Here's Fat Hill from the left wing. Hill bounces one for Pearson. Works one-on-one against Seth Wilson, the senior from Ohio. Pearson steps around and hits home a 10-foot jumper on the baseline left. Ball State has a 4-2 advantage, 17-20 first half. Here goes Isaiah Gray. Ball falls out of his hands to the baseline right. It's a turnover on Akron.
Yeah, Akron looking a little sloppy early on. Cards being the aggressor. Take advantage of that matchup on Pearson. Seth Wilson, 6'2", trying to guard Mickey at 6'7".
And so Ball State, 3 minutes in, has a 4-2 lead and the basketball. It's Hill, who has his third best scoring points per game in the MAC this year at 16 a night. It's now Gorosito straight away. Ball State's moving it on the perimeter against the man-to-man defense of Akron. 7 seconds to shoot. Hill kicks it back out. Pearson wide open left wing three, rolls around it out. And the rebound to Okonkwo for the Zips. Here goes Akron left to right. Seth Wilson directing traffic. Wilson and Okonkwo go back and forth. Wilson steps back, left wing three-point ball misses well long. Okonkwo grabs it, baseline right, throws it over his head, but he steps out of bounds while doing it. It's Ball State basketball.
Yeah, I tell you what, Akron 1 for 6. And Seth Wilson, that's what he does. Shoots the three. 49 of his 52 makes this year in MAC play are treys. Substitutions, Hernandez in, Gorosito out, Sparks out, and Ben Hendricks in.
And you mentioned the threes. Akron is 70th in the country in three-point percentage. And today, 0 for 4 for the Zips and 1 for 6 from the field.
They started 10 of their first 15 against Miami, so good sign.
4-2, Ball State leads 16-20 first half. Cards have the basketball. Hill throws it to Hendricks, who slams it down with two hands. Peyton Sparks gives the flex on the bench in favor of his teammate. Ball State's out in front 6-2. Almost 4 minutes off the first half clock. A couple of subs. Shama Scott and Amani Lyles in for Akron. It's Nate Johnson in the corner left. Hernandez guards him one-on-one. Johnson forces his way into the lane. A 10-foot fadeaway shot from the free throw line right drops in. And it's 6-4. Ball State in front, 15-49 first half.
Nate Johnson, 6'3", plays a lot bigger than that. Plays like a guy 6'5" or 6'6".
And it's now Ball State's Ethan Britton Watts working out of trouble, man-to-man coverage, but a double team hits him at the top of the key. The floater down to Hendricks. Works against Lyles. Hendricks kicks it out to Britton Watts, and it's stolen by Johnson. Tavare Johnson throws it to Nate Johnson, who tiptoes the baseline right, flings it out to Wilson. Left wing three, bounces out. Wilson offensive rebound. Wilson kicks it Johnson, and Tavare Johnson refacilitates. Approaching 5 minutes gone by, low-scoring game, 6-4, Ball State leads. Tavare Johnson, backdoor cut to Nate Johnson, who goes up and in off the backboard and down. It's all evened up at 6. 5 minutes in, as John Gross claps his hands in approval. It's the 8th-year head coach, 156 wins as the man leading the Zips. Ball State basketball with Hernandez right in front of John Gross. Extended outside the free throw line right. Hendricks loses control. Wilson picks it up, and Wilson rolls left to right. Kick out, left corner, Scott from 3. Bounces off back iron. Rebound, Nate Johnson over Mickey Pearson. And Pearson fouls Johnson, who hits the deck hard, grabbing his leg. And now not putting a lot of pressure on that left leg. Starts to jog. John Gross makes sure he's okay, and he is. So it'll be Akron basketball, 6-6 game, 14:42 first half. Make sure to check out GameBridge. Visit GameBridge.io for ways to manage your money like you've never done before. That's GameBridge, proud sponsor of Ball State basketball and the GameBridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey Cardinal fans, it's women's head basketball coach Brady Sally here to talk about my friends at Gill Brothers Furniture. Let Richard Gill and his staff make your house a home just like he's done mine. He's a proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. Gill Brothers makes great living affordable. 2 convenient locations in Muncie and Anderson, and visit them online at gilbros.com. Ask about the Ball State discount.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you, less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Hey, if you're tired of your friends looking so good without a filter, or if you're tired of using one, achieve your best self with subtle yet significant enhancements at Muncie's premier destination for skin rejuvenation. Schedule your free consultation at Revitalize Med Spa, revitalize-med-spa.com, and claim your $25 Ball State discount.
Mason Jones, Zane Dowdy, Fat Hill, Hernandez, and Ethan Britton Watts. So Dowdy getting minutes. Ben Hendricks with that turnover gets Zane off the bench.
6-6 ball game. Akron and Ball State all knotted up with 14:40 here in the first half. A quick pass out to Scott. Right wing Trey rattles down. And after Akron had started ice cold from 3-0 for 6, they hit their first.
Yeah, no need for Jeremiah to double down there. It was a kick out. Let Lyles go one-on-one, give up a 2, not a 3.
It's Ball State's Fat Hill with the basketball from the left wing. Hill curls off a screen, runs toward the wing right, baseline left drive, one-handed pass to Jones, who facilitates to Watts. Straight out 3, bounces out. Jones offensive rebound, lefty put back, rolls home.
That's why he's in there. Get the hustle points, the second chance opportunities. Good job, Mason Jones.
Isaiah Gray driving baseline right, kick out. Amani Lyles from 3, Caribs off short, rebound. Jones 2 boards in 2 minutes for Jones off the bench. Cards down 9-8. Hill throws it in traffic, and Young, the freshman, takes it for the Zips. Off to Gray, easy lefty, scoop and score. Akron's up 11-8 with 13:45 first half.
Mick, that's already 4 turnovers. Just way too many. You've got to value the basketball against a team like the Zips. You can't throw it away and give them easy looks.
Zips are the 11th best scoring offense in the country at 84 a game as Hill gives to Hernandez, left wing 3, misses it, but Lyles fouls him on the shot attempt. Chance to tie at the free throw line. 11-8, Zips lead the Cardinals, 13-27 first half.
Look, Ball State is 4 of 8. That's 50% offensively. If you just get shots up, you're being efficient. Akron already has 5 more field goal attempts because of the turnovers and offensive rebounds. You can't do that against a team that leads the league in shooting.
Here's Hernandez, 3 free throws to our left. The first one rolls around and out. Pride Mark Student Athlete of the Week brought to you in part by Pride Mark Construction. Excellence and the highest standards of quality are the focus of Pride Mark. Supporters of Ball State and the Muncie community. Allie Becky is our Pride Mark Student Athlete of the Week as Hernandez nails his second free throw. Sparks, Gorosito back in. Out go Hill and Dowdy. Allie Becky and Ball State women's basketball still unbeaten in MAC play. They host Bowling Green tomorrow night in Muncie.
Cards 0 for 3 from 3. Zips just 1 of 8.
Third free throw for Hernandez finds a home. And it's a 11-10 Zips advantage, 13-26 first half.
Cardinals go zone, Mick. First time we've seen this in a few games.
Scott, the senior, to the left wing, pitch and catch with Young, the freshman. Give it off to Gray from the right wing, who holds the ball above his head, and off to Okonkwo. 10 to shoot. Scott pulls up, free throw line right, bounces out. Jones rips down a one-handed rebound. That's his 3rd board since coming in 3 minutes ago. Jones gives it. Gorosito wide open, right corner 3, misses short. Rebound. Okonkwo hits the deck and travels.
Well, you mentioned Mason Jones, 3 rebounds. That was a great look ahead to Gorosito for a wide open 3. So really good minutes right now for Mason Jones.
He has 3 of Ball State's 8 rebounds with 12:53 to go in the first half. Ball State trails Akron 11-10. Watts on the baseline left. Facilitating for the Cards, the 6th-year Cardinal heaves it out to Gorosito, who catches at the chest and leaves it for Hernandez. Gorosito fakes a straightaway 3, dishes Hernandez left wing, drives baseline left, over to Sparks. Reigning MAC Player of the Week, backing down on Okonkwo. Sparks goes to the rim, pushes just too long, and a rebound for Young, the freshman for the Zips. Give to Scott, pass to Okonkwo. Sparks steps in front of the lane and picks his pocket. Cards have 4 on 5. Onsi Gorosito up to Watts, who lays it up softly at home. Ball State has a 12-11 lead, approaching 12 to go first half. Scott Pulls up, looked like he was going to take a three. Instead, dribbles around, receives a screen, kicks it out. Young left wing, open three, and the freshman buries it in front of Ball State's bench.
Yeah, he's just a freshman, but he shoots it from 40% out there. 10 games of 2 or more threes. Pretty potent off the bench.
High sample size, 32 made threes on 77 tries for the true freshman. Akron 14, Ball State 12. 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Jones gives to Hernandez. Coach Lewis extends his right arm to call out the offense. Hernandez bounces one off the window and drops it out 5 feet away. It's tied at 14.
Give Jeremiah 4, Card 7 and 1 when he's in double figures. Back to the zone.
11:36 to go here in the first half. Akron basketball tied at 14. To the right wing. Young again from distance and buries another. Sharon Young, the freshman out of Morgantown, West Virginia, has done it all off the bench this year for the Zips, averaging 8 points per game, and he's a 3-point specialist. 17-14, Zips in front. 11-10 to go here in the first half. Mason Jones works on Gray. The veteran Gray, transfer from Cornell, watches Jones heave it to Hernandez. 10 to shoot for the Cards. Hernandez bumping and throws it Gorosito corner right. 5 to shoot. Down to Sparks, one-on-one, a triple team hit. Sparks tumbles through it and lays it home. That's why he's the reigning MAC Player of the Week.
Yeah, and Okonkwo played his left shoulder. Peyton loves to go over the right shoulder, right towards the middle with 2 on the shot clock.
17-16, Ball State trails by a point. 10:40 first half. Isaiah Gray rumbles toward the lane, hands it off to Young, who's hit 2 threes, but now Gray sets an illegal screen. It's Ball State basketball after the under 12 media timeout. 10:35 to go. Zips lead the Cardinals 17-16. Visit Gill Brothers Furniture and Mattress to make your house a home. Proud sponsor of Ball State basketball. Gill Brothers makes great living affordable. 2 convenient locations in Muncie and Anderson. See us online at gillbros.com. First half continues. Ball State basketball down 1 on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey, Ball State. This is Voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow. Ball State Financial is your hometown credit union. It's the only place to get a free Dancing Charlie Cardinal-themed debit card. I opened up an account last year and absolutely love it. New customers also get free Ball State gear when they open up an account. Visit fcfcu.com/chirp for more info. That's fcfcu.com/chirp. Go Cards.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
New year, new ways to save at Peterman Brothers. With $1,500 off a new heating and cooling system. And no interest financing up to 36 months. You can even get a tax credit of up to $2,000 for select systems. And save even more with a membership. Just ask about our Peterman Protection Club. If you're ready to save big in 2025, just visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
And when the game takes you on the road, we're there. Check into the Courtyard Muncie at Horizon Convention Center. You'll find everything you need to transform your visit into a relaxing getaway. Book online today at Marriott.com. Always appreciate the folks at Marriott in downtown Muncie after long road trips. Usually stay a night in Muncie. Won't have to this time. Team's flying back, so we'll hopefully, fingers crossed, get home at a decent time. Akron 17, Ball State 16, 10:35 to go here in the first half. He's the point guard, David Eha. Mick Tidrow with you, and Matt Tuttle producing back in Indiana. We are live from Akron, Ohio for some Tuesday night action. Ball State basketball down a point. It's Fat Hill who gives it off to Mason Jones. Throws it toward Gorosito, but it's tapped into the backcourt by Wilson. Jones recollects. 10 to shoot Hill. In between the leg dribble, steps out in front of John Gross, Akron's head coach. Hill, a right wing 3, leaves it short, and a rebound for Tavari Johnson of Akron. Johnson pushing the pace, works on the left wing, Johnson so far tonight, scoreless, navigating through traffic. Kick out, Wilson fakes the left wing 3, drives on Hill. Sparks meets him at the rim, deflects it just enough, and Sparks grabs the defensive rebound. Ball State's pushing it right to left, down 1. Inside 10 minutes before halftime. Hill works off a screen from Sparks, then feeds it to Sparks, leaves it short, and a defensive foul on Akron's Tavari Johnson.
Well, Mick, last defensive sequence was a great example of Peyton Sparks making a difference. He did a phenomenal job of contesting without fouling. Won't go in the books as a shot block, but he forced that miss and comes down the other end. Opportunity for a couple free throws.
Chance to tie the game here. Sparks does exactly that on a swish hole and a free throw. 17 all, 9:40 first half. Sparks 5 points today, 2 of 4 shooting, 1 rebound in 7 minutes. Comes off a career best 27 points last game against Buffalo, and Sparks drops home the second free throw.
And that allows you to set your defense. Cards back to man-to-man.
18-17, Ball State's back in front, 9.5 to go first half. Lyles misses straightaway three-pointer. Sparks hauls in the defensive rebound, and Ball State moving right to left with the basketball. Hill, scoreless so far tonight, wiggles through 2 defenders. He's tripped. See who they get this on. It looks like Johnson.
That's going to be his second.
On Tavari Johnson.
Boy, that's big. Averages 12 points a game, 4th in the MAC in assist. And now the freshman, Sharon Young, comes back in. You got to find him, Mick. He's got 6 points, 2 of 2 from three-point land.
We'll see how long Johnson stays out for John Gross. Joey Hart, who comes off a career-best 8 points for Ball State, checks in. Hart has it, top of the key, 18-17, Ball State lead, 9:20 first half. Hart forces his way in, and a lefty scoop home, but Joey Hart, playing with confidence, has 2 tonight.
It's a good matchup for Joey, being guarded by Hardman, 6'3", 190 junior.
Ball State's up 3, and now it's Nate Johnson letting one loose from the left wing three-point land, misses it. Fat Hill skies for the Ball State rebound, and the Cardinals slowly walking into the front court with a 20-17 lead. 9 minutes to go first half. Hill racing toward the cup left, spins, and it's an offensive foul. The freshman sat down and took a charge. Young playing well offensively, showing his prowess on defense as well.
Yeah, that could have gone either way. At home, maybe you don't get that call. On the road, they're going to ring the cards up. Mason Jones out, Jeremiah Hernandez back in.
I'll get to this in a second. Isaiah Gray from the right baseline into a double team, and Sparks just rips it away out of Gray's hands, who's typically sure-handed. A give off to Hernandez, and Hernandez has a poke from behind by Gray, a balance baseline left. Our football radio analyst, Chris Radican, first-year broadcaster with us, just texted and said, fun fact, I played against John Gross in high school.
How about that?
Shout out, Chris. Inbounds pass from Hernandez to Joey Hart. It's last touched by Hart out of bounds on the baseline left, and it's Akron basketball. Cardinals lead 20-17 over the Zips with 8:31 in the first half. You mentioned it, turnovers. Ball State has 5.
Yeah, and so does Akron. The points off turnovers, 9-2 advantage for the Zips. Cards back to the zone. Coach Lewis told you in the pregame he was going to mix it up. This is what he was talking about.
We have Hill and Gorosito at the top of that zone with Joey Hart floating around the baseline and the wings. Nate Johnson facilitates into Lyles. One-on-one with Sparks. Hart helps with a double team. A kick out to Young. Would send a shoot in the corner right. Lyles now right wing three-point ball. Splashes it down. And it's all tied up at 20 with 8:05 first half.
Look, you got to give up something, right? Lyles, he missed that first one. Make him earn it. I have no problem with the way they defended that.
That's only his 15 made 3 as well. 32% for Lyles. Gorosito off a screen, top of the key, kicks it Joey Hart, wide open, left wing 3, all money for Joey Hart. Ball State's back in front, 23-20. Hart has 5 off the bench, 7:40 first half. Lyles fakes a straightaway 3, gives off to Gray. Gray curls baseline right, double team hits him, out to Lyles, left wing, three-point ball, trying to answer, and he does so.
All right, so we said you got to make him earn it. He hit one, now he hit a second. You got to get out there and guard him.
23 all, 7:22 first half. Gorosito fighting off the freshman Young. Hernandez receives the bounce pass, kick to Peyton Sparks. Sparks hands off to Hill, steps around, fakes a 3. Doubled up, Gorosito, corner right. Gorosito driving inside the free throw line left. Stumbles into Lyles. And a feed to Sparks. Everybody leaves the paint except for 2 defenders. 3 to shoot. Hill steps in straight out. 3 at the horn. Hits it. Jeremiah Hernandez gave Jermari Hill the space, and Hill buries it.
And guess what? A rhythm 3. Fat buries it.
26-23, Cards in front. 6:43 first half. Lyles trying again from 3 straight out. Bounces out. And Joey Hart the defensive rebound. Cards lead by 3, trying to make this a double-digit lead here in Akron. Ball State's already had 4 leads. There's been 6 ties in this game. Hart curls off a screen from Sparks. Give Gorosito wide open left wing 3. Misses short. Hart the offensive rebound. Back to Gorosito. Gorosito's 0 for his last 6 threes over the last 2 games. Gorosito gives to Hart. Back to Gorosito. Straight out. He's letting this thing loose. Rolls around and out. And a defensive rebound for Young. Ball State 26, Akron 23. Young pulls up. Right wing 3. Drains it. 6 minutes to go first half, and Sherrod Young has 3 threes. The young freshman is dynamic.
Yeah, and he pulled up in front of Joey Hart. Even though he was like 3 feet behind the line, you've got to guard him out there. Make him a driver.
What a game, back and forth basketball, and now Hill in the drive. Draws a foul, it's Nate Johnson. That's the 5th Akron foul. 26-26, that's our under 8 media timeout. 5:44 to play here in half number 1 from Akron, Ohio. Hey, check out A1 Graphics, a valued printing partner of Ball State Athletics. Visit a-1graphics.com. Ball State basketball when we return on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has...
We still got to hit the station ID whenever you find a moment.
You to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like. When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Ball State 26, Akron 26. 5:44 first half. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves across the Ball State Cardinals Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
92.5 FM, 1340 AM, and on Alexa, say play WMUN, a whoop boom station. This is the new WMUN Muncie.
At Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, every dish is created to order using one of the freshest, finest ingredients. Visit Mancino's in Muncie at 4116 West Bethel Ave and stop by Mancino's Sweet Shop right next door. 26-26. Ball State and Akron all evened up here from Akron, Ohio. 5:44 to go in the first half.
Well, Mickey Pearson picked up that second foul early on. Only played 6 minutes. The guys coming off the bench have really done a nice job. Cards have played 10, Mick. 8 players have scored for Ball State.
Joey Hart, 5 points. Mason Jones, 3 rebounds. Fat Hill attacks the baseline left, misses the scoop, and it rolls into the hands of Tavari Johnson, who checks back in with his 2 personal fouls. 26-all, Akron has the basketball. 5.5 minutes to go first half. Isaiah Gray stands at the left wing, waits for Johnson, fakes the pass, skips one on the baseline right to Scott, and Scott races back out, free throw line right. Ball State still switching up that defense as Johnson runs one and throws it off the backboard and in. 28-26, Akron by 2 with 5:10 first half. Back and forth, it's 5 leads now for the Zips, 7 ties in this game. Hernandez from the left wing. Works against Gray, receives a screen from Sparks, a double screen from Payton, and now Hernandez pulls up, free throw line left, swishes one home. Elbow jumper, all twine for Hernandez, 28 all with 4:44 first half.
Give Jerry 6. Nice job playing off of 2 feet.
There's Johnson, who does exactly that too. Misses the runner short. He grabs the offensive rebound, and the ball spits out to Nate Johnson from the left wing. Akron trying to take the lead right back. Scott gives Gray. Fake straightaway three-pointer, 10 to shoot. Out to Johnson, hop step to the lane, kick out to Tavari Johnson, right corner three, bounces out, and the rebound off Sparks' hands. Okonkwo going for it as well. They call a foul on Peyton Sparks. That's only the fourth team foul on Ball State and the first on Sparks.
Boy, I thought for sure they were going to get Okonkwo over the back there. Peyton's going to come out, Ben Hendricks in. You got the 4-minute media timeout coming up at 4:18 on the clock by Peyton, a little extra rest.
Game tied up at 28 as well. Baseline right, Akron basketball. John Gross gives a clap of the hands to Gray, who checks out. Scott from the right wing drives. Britton Watts finds him there, though, at the free throw line and forces him to pass out to Johnson straight away. Clock ticks down to 8 to shoot. Tavari Johnson working against Hernandez. Hendricks helps with the double team. And now Johnson gives it off to Nate Johnson. 15-foot turnaround jumper swish. He can do basically everything we need him to.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, particularly good in the mid-range area.
Akron 30, Ball State 28. Under 4 to go first half. Watts to Hill, who has just 3 points for Ball State today. Drives baseline and scoops one home on a finger roll. Tied back up at 30. It's only the 9th tie of this first half. 3:35 and ticking first half. Here's Scott. Top of the key to Johnson. Team's leading assister. Steps into a 3-point ball straight away. Misses. Rebound by Musime Kamali. And then Johnson loses control on the baseline right. Here goes Watts for Ball State. Cards looking for a lead. Hill grabs it, runs baseline, scoops it up, misses right, but draws a foul.
So credit Ethan Britton Watts there, right? Just a heady play. Push it if you know you have numbers. Akron had a player fall under the stanchion. Ethan knew he had numbers, drew the defender, led to a Hill getting to the rim. Going to shoot 2 free throws when we come back.
30 all, 3:14 first half here from Akron, Ohio. Hey Cardinals, time to level up your living. University Village has you covered with spacious 2, 3, and 4-bedroom furnished or unfurnished floor plans available for fall 2025. Just 1 mile from Ball State. Text CHIRP to 51378 for your spot of fall 2025 today. That's UV saying go Cards. Proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. 30-30. Fat Hill to the free throw line when we come back on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield. Hey, Ball State. This is Voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow. Ball State Financial is your hometown credit union. It's the only place to get a free Dancing Charlie Cardinal-themed debit card. I opened up an account last year and absolutely love it. New customers also get free Ball State gear when they open up an account. Visit fcfcu.com/chirp for more info. That's fcfcu.com/chirp. Go Cards.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
When it comes to vehicles, Greg Hubler Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Hubler Promise to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit PromiseKept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
4-Day Ray Brewing's open in Yorktown, Indiana. Family-friendly restaurant sure to provide an exceptional experience for dine-in or carry-out. Check out our menu at 4dayray.com. That's 4-Day Ray Brewing, brewed for community. Ball State Akron tied up at 30, 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the first half. He's the point guard, David Eha. Mick Tidrow on hand with Matt Tuttle producing tonight.
Well, Mick, quick check of stats, right? Akron in league play, first in field goal percentage offense at 49% today. Cards holding them to 41%. First in defense, holding teams to 38%. Cards shooting 54%.
And Ball State's done that on 12 of 22 from the field, including just 2 for 9 from 3. So ultra efficient inside the arc today for Ball State. Fat Hill hits his first free throw to our left. Ball State has a lead 31-30. 3:14 to go first half. There have been 9 ties, and Ball State has now led 6 times. Hill misses the free throw. Hendricks grabs the offensive rebound, but pushed down Okonkwo, and it is an offensive foul on Hendricks. Akron basketball.
Well, that's okay. Just a 15 foul, so you'll take that. Biggest difference in why this score is still so close. Akron 6 of 18 threes, Cards 2 of 9. So 4 made threes. That's the difference and why we find ourselves so close in this 3 minutes and 10 seconds on a strong note.
On a Tuesday night here from Akron, Ohio. The Zips have the basketball from left to right with Scott. Scott and Lyles go pitch and catch, top of the key. Scott curls off the screen. Free throw line right. Hendricks cuts him off. Give off to Nate Johnson, who toe taps the baseline, frees himself up and puts it up and in. Akron back in front, 32-31. Inside 3 minutes to go, first half. That is the 7th lead for Akron. 9 ties in this game as Fat Hill attacks baseline left, misses, but heads back to the free throw line. The Zips now have committed 7 fouls here in half number 1.
Well, Mick, that's come to be known as the favorite play of the Cardinals. What they do is gets Fat going downhill off a high pick and roll, and when he gets to his strong hand on the right, he's either going to make it or get fouled.
And nobody's letting him throw one down on them, though. They're bringing a second defender to try and foul him before he puts another Sports Center top 10 dunk out there.
Did you hear Michael Lewis's post-game presser comments where he said Fat tried to dunk on the entire state of New York?
Yeah, and he did almost do it. Hill misses the first free throw, 32-31. Akron leads with 2:38 here in the first half. Did you ever dunk on the state of New York?
No. In fact, I don't think we ever played in New York.
That's a good point. Hill bends the knees, flicks the wrist, and drops home the second free throw. 32-all. Another tie. That's the 10th of the first half with 2:30 and change here in the first half. Nate Johnson runs baseline right. Flings one off the backboard, but it rolls out. Hill the defensive rebound for Ball State, hunting for a lead. A give to Mason Jones. Casually throws up a 3 and sinks it. Ball State's in front, 35-32, 2:15 first half.
Wow, what production for Jones. 5 points, 4 rebounds in 6 minutes.
And he has had the assignment of trying to stop Seth Wilson as Scott launches from 3 for Akron on the right wing, misses it. Rebound to Musemi McCauley and grabs it, throws it to Nate Johnson, who spins on the baseline right, hits the shot, but a foul before the shot goes down. And this is on Watts.
Well, Mick, if there's something the Cards have to clean up, it's ending possessions with rebounds. That's 7 offensive rebounds for Akron. Done a great job in the first sequence getting the stops. Don't give them second and third opportunities. They'll make you pay.
Akron basketball after Ball State's 5th team foul here in the first half. 2:01 to go as Johnson lobs one up. It's Musemi Kamali with a two-handed slam on the alley-oop entry pass. That raucous crowd of Akron stands on its feet with the student section to our right. 35-34, Ball State still clings to a 1-point lead with $1:45 before half. Fat Hill stands in front of John Gross, the 8th-year head coach for Akron. Whips it back out to Jones from the left wing near side us. Hernandez works against Scott one-on-one. Hill has 5 to shoot, launches one from 3 straight away, bounces off short. Rebound Sharon Young, the freshman for Akron, facilitates to the veteran Nate Johnson. Out to Gray. Left corner nearly steps out of bounds. Gives it to Okonkwo, who facilitates back to Gray. Spins out of bounds off Ball State Sparks. Stays Akron basketball on the baseline right. 35-34. Ball State holds a 1-point lead, 1:20 before halftime. Inside pass to Gray. Baseline right, flings it out to Young. Left corner three-point ball, spins around and out. And an offensive rebound from Musemi Kamali. And then dishes to Young, who cuts and puts one up at him with his right hand to take a 36-35 lead for the Zips. 1:11 to go first half. Coach Lewis burns a timeout as this Akron crowd stands up.
Well, just what we talked about there, it was Musemi Kamali sneaking in there. Offensive rebound, the nice little bounce pass. Layup, more second chance points. Now a 9-2 advantage for the Zips. Good opportunity for Michael Lewis to call his use it or lose it timeout.
And Sharon Young with 11 points in this one. His season and career high is 17 points. He's already hit 3 threes in this first half, which ties his career high Ball State's been able to stop the Johnson and Johnson combination, but it's Young who's busted free.
Yeah, he's really played well. 3 rebounds, 3 assists in just 10 minutes to go with his 11 points. Without question, he's been the difference maker.
The Johnson and Johnson usually average 26 a game. Today, just 10 points for the Zips.
So Mickey Pearson has sat all but 6 minutes. Michael Lewis bringing him in for this last minute and 11. This is where you got to have trust in Mickey not to pick up that third.
Akron basketball, Akron lead 36-35, Ball State basketball. As we approach 1 minute to go before halftime, Coach Lewis facilitates his right index finger to roll the offense on. Ball State from right to left. Hernandez bounce pass to Sparks, back out to Hernandez. Stands out on the right wing and then dishes to Sparks. One-on-one with Okonkwo. Coach Gross onto the court for Akron. Sparks muscles up but misses short. Okonkwo the defensive rebound for Akron, off to Gray. This is where the Zips are dangerous. Gray flips it to Scott, fakes a straightaway 3. Scott curls baseline right, off to Musimi, Kamali, and throws it down with 2 hands. And the Zips have a 38-35 lead with 33 seconds. 3 seconds separate shot and game clock. We'll see how the Cards play it.
Yeah, Zips came out of that timeout in a 1-3-1 zone to counter whatever play Michael Lewis drew up.
Sparks gives it to Watts. Corner wide open. Fat Hill 3-point ball rolls around and out. Pearson the offensive rebound, goes back up, misses short, grabs another board, puts it up and misses, draws a Akron foul. This one is charged to Scott. So Pearson shooting free throws to our left as the 6th best free throw shooter in the Mid-American Conference to try and cut into this 3-point deficit. 38-35 Akron with 14.5 seconds to go before half. And his first free throw's pure.
Well, I'm really interested. Michael Lewis is not going to send somebody to come in for Mickey as the shooter. So one more defensive possession. For goodness sakes, don't pick up that third. Well, as I say that, here comes Mason Jones.
What was that? Pearson bends the knees, flicks the wrist, and the free throw rolls around and out. Akron's Okonkwo grabs the rebound. A 2-point Zips lead. They're trying to make this a 2-possession game here before halftime. And John Gross jogs onto the court after calling a timeout and his use it or lose it timeout. 7.7 seconds to go. In John Gross's case, he has plenty of options for Ball State. What are you looking out for here in this play?
Well, I've watched a lot of Akron, and it seems in these situations it always ends up in the hands of Nate Johnson. Try to get somebody off the pick and roll. They're so good of drive and kick, so my guess, some type of high screen roll. See if the Cards can't keep the man in front so you don't get a kick out 3. The most important thing, you got to box out. Don't give them a little second chance layup before the buzzer.
We're talking to Michael Regai, longtime sportscaster in the area here in Ohio, and he said that John Gross is always putting his teams in excellent positions, especially in these instances. Call a timeout. You've got 7.7 seconds left, a 38-36 lead for Akron. And you mentioned it, Johnson is usually the one that comes up clutch in these situations.
And he's going to be guarded by Fat Hill.
Zips entry pass right in front of Ball State's bench. The Zips trying to go 10-0 in conference play. Ball State looking up to even its conference record at 5-5. The Zips inbounds to Gray, who launches a three-pointer right of the backboard. Rebound Hernandez for Ball State, and that sends us to halftime. Off the Gray miss, 38-36. Our halftime score here from the Jar in Akron, Ohio. Ball State hangs on their last possession, defended it pretty well. Gray didn't have really a good shot there.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, what a half by the Cardinals. Got to shore up a little bit of the three-point defense. But look, Akron is a team, one of the tops in the country. You held them to just 28% out there. They're going to make some of those. All told, Mick, I thought a terrific first 20 minutes for the Cards.
Hey, thank you to Jeff Jackson at Awards Plus in downtown Muncie, who makes all the plaques for the Pride Mark Student Athlete of the Week award. See Jeff for all of your awards needs. TheAwardsPlus.com is the place to go. TheAwardsPlus.com for Jeff Jackson and the Awards Plus. Cards down 38-36. Up next is the Revitalized Med Spa halftime show on the Cards Gamebridge Radio Network from Airfield.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
We often talk about partnerships, and at Indiana American Water, we serve over 50 communities across the state, and each one of those has a special place in our hearts. One of these long partnerships has been with Muncie, the home of Ball State University, currently in its 107th year. At Indiana American Water, we're now in our 138th year, and we want to say,
Go Cardinals! Don't let an injury keep you on the bench. Every injury is unique, just like our patients. Our board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons will create a custom plan to help prevent future injuries. Our Marion Health Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team will guide you through the healing process. You'll feel confident knowing what to expect before and after treatment. We partner with you to make your recovery a success. You don't have to go far for excellent orthopedic care. Get back in the game with Marion Health.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
On the Gamebridge Ball State Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield, this is Ball State Cardinals basketball. Welcome to the Revitalize Med Spa Halftime Show. Age gracefully at Muncie's premier destination for skin rejuvenation. Learn more at revitalize-med-spa.com. Welcome to halftime. Now, here's the voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow.
Welcome inside the Revitalized Med Spa halftime show. Ball State trails Akron 38-36 here from James A. Rhodes Arena in Akron, Ohio. David Ehan, Mick Tidrow on hand with Matt Settle producing back in Indiana. Cards down just 2 points. It was a very solid first half of basketball. You mentioned some of the key points of that first half, but whenever Ball State's out shooting a team 48-43 and a half, signs point toward good things happening. The problem was the Zips had 10 more field goal attempts.
Yeah, and that was all because of the turnovers and the offensive rebound differential, 8-4. So shore those areas up, but all in all, Cards will take that, just down 2 at the half. Let's take a look at those first half stats. Shooting, Cards 13 of 27, 48%, 3 of 12 from deep, 25%. 7 of 11, 63%. Akron, 16 of 37, 43%. They were 6 of 21 from deep, 28%. We said they don't get to the free throw line much. Today, just 0 for 1. Akron leads the MAC in rebounding. Cards hung in there. A 20-18 edge for the Zips. As we said, 8 offensive rebounds leading to 11 second chance points. Just 3 second chance points on 4 O boards for the Cardinals. Assist, Akron leads the MAC in assist, averaging 18 a game. They had 13 in the first half of their 16 field goal attempts. Cards with 5 assists, a couple steals, no blocks, 6 turnovers. Meanwhile, it was 5 turnovers, no blocks, 4 steals for the Zips. Points off turnovers, 12-2 Akron advantage. Individually, Cards played 10. 8 people scored, led by Jamari Hill, 7 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of assists. Ethan Britton Watts, 2 points. Mickey Pearson only played 7 minutes, saddled with those 2 fouls. He had 3 points, 2 rebounds. Gorosito 0 for 4, all from three-point land. Now Wansey has made just 2 of his last 15 from deep. Got to get him going. Does have a couple of assists. Peyton Sparks, 6 points, 2 rebounds. Joey Hart off the bench, 5 points, perfect, 2 of 2 from the field. How about Mason Jones? 8 minutes, 5 points, 4 rebounds, including 1 of 1 from 3. Jeremiah Hernandez, 6 points off the bench in 13 minutes. Hendricks with 2. Zane Dowdy played a minute, did not score. got to get a handle on Sharon Young. The freshman leads everybody with 11 points, 3 of 4 from deep. After that, Nate Johnson, 8. It was Gray and Okonkwo, 2 points apiece, holding those guys down. Lyles had 6. Shema Scott with 3, and Tavari Johnson just 1 of 6 from the field, 2 points. Hardman and Wilson played but did not score. Cards trail at the Jar here in Akron, 38-36.
That is our check of stats presented by MITS. Muncie Indiana Transit System, no car, no problem. MITS is reliable, safe, and free for all students and veterans. Download the MITS Bus app and ride with MITS today. We'll continue the revitalized Med Spa halftime show next. Cards down 2 on the Cambridge Radio Network from Learfield.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
When it comes to vehicles, Greg Hubler Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Hubler Promise, to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit PromiseKept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Ball State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
We're back inside the revitalized Med Spa halftime show. Akron 38, Ball State 36 here from Akron, Ohio. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Eastern Michigan continuing to try and make some headway. Down 11 earlier in the game to Kent State. It's now a 6-point game, 44-38. Kent State holds that lead with a pair of 4 and 5 MAC teams going head-to-head. Akron is dismantling Western Michigan 48-24 at halftime. Bobcats looking for a 6 and 4 MAC record. Western Michigan currently stands at 4 and 5. Bowling Green holding an edge against NIU 38-31. 2 and 7 Bowling Green, 1 and 8 NIU. Miami 3-point advantage on the road at Central Michigan 37-34. Miami just a 1 game back from Akron in the MAC standings. Central Michigan again one of those 4 and 5 teams. And Toledo holding a 10-point advantage over Buffalo at home 42-32. That one is also at half. Here in the Jar 38-36. Akron leads Ball State on the Cambridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pride Mark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sports, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
We are Indiana Spine Group, now in Muncie. We specialize in treatment of the entire spine. Our interventional pain management physicians and spine surgeons work together to find the root cause of your symptoms, whether it's playing a professional sport or playing with your grandchildren. Our team makes every decision with you and your goals in mind. We are advocates for non-surgical interventions, and we will only recommend surgery if it truly is the best option. To learn more, visit our website at indianaspinegroup.com or call 765-283-0150.
Welcome back inside the Revitalized Med Spa halftime show from Akron, Ohio. Ball State trails Akron 38-36 here at the break. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves across the Cardinals Cambridge radio network from Learfield.
92.5 FM, 1340 AM, and on Alexa, say play WMUN, a Whoop Boom station. This is the new WMUN Muncie.
You can learn more online at revitalize-med-spa.com. That's revitalize-med-spa.com and claim your $25 discount. Just ask for the Ball State discount at Muncie's premier destination for skin rejuvenation. That is revitalize-med-spa.com. Spa.com. Real fast, E, on our last segment here at halftime. Second half, what do you want to see from the Cards?
Well, two stats that really jump out that you have to address. 11-3, second chance points disadvantage. 12-2, points off turnovers disadvantage. The other two things, you're 3 of 12 from 3. You've had good looks. Knock down some of those, and free throws, Mick. You're leaving some points there. 7 of 11. When you get the opportunity, knock them in.
That's our second half preview. And when the Cards win, you win. 50% off regular price, any size pizza, any toppings at Papa John's. Offer valid until end of business on the day of a win. Marion, Muncie, and Anderson locations. That does it for the Revitalized Med Spa halftime. Cards down 2. Second half next on the Cambridge Radio Network from Learfield. Hey, Ball State. This is voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow. Ball State Financial is your hometown credit union. It's the only place to get a free Dancing Charlie Cardinal-themed debit card. I opened up an account last year and absolutely love it. New customers also get free Ball State gear when they open up an account. Visit fcfcu.com/chirp for more info. That's fcfcu.com/chirp. Go Cards.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Tristo. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Did you know that your dental exam can reveal many other health issues? Poor sleep, headaches, anxiety, and acid reflux are just a few issues that can be recognized in a dental exam. All health care can be made easier when caught early, so prevention is the key. Our team at University Avenue Dental prides itself in being on the cutting edge as part of your medical team. With thorough testing, imaging, and examination, Dr. Greg Powell will work with you on a personal level to ensure you receive the very best care. If preventative care is what you're looking for, please call Dr. Pyle at 765-288-6121 or online at drgregpyle.com.
Underway for half number 2 from Akron, Ohio. Ball State trails Akron 38-36. David Eha, Mick Tidrow on hand with Matt Tuttle back in our network studios. And Isaiah Gray throws it into Tavari Johnson as the Zips work right to left to open up the second half. Johnson heaves it for Wilson, who corrals it, throws it back to Gray. Coach John Groves in his 8th season for Akron, hands on his hips, watches Wilson kick it to Okonkwo, baseline left, muscles through 2 defenders and lay one up and in. Akron's up 4, 40-36. Just the start of the second half here from James A. Rhodes Arena. Thanks for joining us here on the Cambridge Radio Network. Mickey Pearson Jr. throws it for Wansi Gorosita, who's 0 for 4 today from 3, hops back out and gives it to Fat Hill. Man-to-man defense for Akron as Britton Watts drives baseline right, muscles through Wilson, and softly swishes one down 5 feet out. Back to a 2-point game, 40-38. Zips lead almost a minute gone by second half. Here goes Johnson, baseline left, fadeaway shot, 10 feet out, banks it in.
That's what you want, to take contested 2s, right? Not layups, not 3s. Sometimes you got to credit the offense.
Yeah, that's Nate Johnson being Nate Johnson. He has 10 points to lead Akron today. And now Fat Hill runs baseline right, has the shot blocked. There's a foul, though, on the Zips.
Yeah, they're going to get Okonkwo. That's his second. The North Carolina transfer, spent his first 2 seasons at West Virginia. It kind of neutralized him today. Second leading rebounder in the MAC, 4 points, 5 boards, but Fat going to the charity stripe, 2 of 4.
And you mentioned it during halftime, an area Ball State has to capitalize on here in the second half is the free throw line. 7 of 11 today for Ball State, and Hill misses the first free throw right.
Yeah, prior to Buffalo, Fat went through that stretch where he was 6 of 16. At UB, perfect 5 for 5. Today, 2 for 5.
He shoots it to a right where it's the courtside club. Seats and Hill hits the free throw. 42-39. Akron leads Ball State, 18:45 to go, second half. We're here on the second level where the track runs here at the Jar. In the corner left is our perch. Nate Johnson works against Watts. Watts hits Gray, runs off the screen. Johnson toward the left baseline, flips one up and misses. Hill the defensive rebound for Ball State. Coach Lewis has his hands behind his back as Hill runs to the free throw line right. Double team, floats one corner left. Watts wide open, 3, splash it down. Tie ball game again, 42-all with 18:10 to go.
And how about that pass by Fat Hill, give him 3 assists. A great diagonal look.
Watts has 7. 10 different scores for Ball State. Nobody has more than Hill's 8. It's Johnson top of the key. Scott about to check back in for the Zips. Now Nate Johnson controls, works on Watts, throws the left arm out. Watts holds his ground. Pearson tries to help for the double team and is whistled for the foul. He got the ball, but he also grabbed the wrist of Gray as well.
And that's the third on
Johnson,
Mickey.
rather.
He's looking over to the bench. Michael Lewis is looking down the bench, but they're going to keep Mickey out there, so he's got to be careful. I thought that was a really good aggressive trap. Thought he had the steal.
42-all. Johnson from the left wing gives it out to Wilson. 17:45 ticking first half. Wilson step back, elbow jumper, swish. First 2 points for Seth Wilson, the 6'2" guard. Just bounced out as Peyton Sparks was there, taking up space in the baseline. 44-42, the Zips hold a 2-point lead, 17.5 minutes to go in the game. There have been 11 ties and 19 lead changes as Sparks goes up and under to tie it back up at 44.
Wow, what a thing of beauty there. 4 Cardinals outside the arc. Peyton Sparks caught it at the restricted circle. Nobody but Okonkwo to guard him.
It's like they're only half of the time double-teaming Sparks and just letting him do his thing in the other half.
Just great spacing last time.
Here's Wilson. Dumped down to Johnson, baseline left. Grabs it in front of his own bench. 9 to shoot, throws one up, and Hill fouls him.
So Michael Lewis is pointing to his head saying, Fat, Nate Johnson had already used his dribble. He had to back to the basket about 18 feet out. I don't know if Fat thought he had another dribble, but at that point, just contest. He's not going to go past you. Nate Johnson's a great example, Mick. averaging 13 points a game as a freshman, 4 points a game, 7 as a sophomore. So one of those guys, he stuck around, continues to grow and get better.
And he's averaged 16 points per game in Mid-American Conference play. That's 5th best among MAC players. And Johnson hits the first free throw to put the Zips back in front, 45-44. 16:58 remains second half. And Johnson's second free throw trickles home. He has 11 points. Make that 12 points. 2-point Zips lead. This is the closest game the Zips have had this long in the MAC, hasn't it? Through 9 games?
Without question.
46-44, Akron's in front. Ball State basketball, though, working it left to right. Watts heaves one into Sparks. He's doubled up, and then one man leaves. Sparks goes to work, pushes Lyles aside, and with the right hand, Peyton Sparks puts one home. 46 all, 16 and a half minutes to go. Sparks now, a team best 10 points. Scott receives a screen from Lyles, kicks it out, corner left to Young, a team best 11 points. Back out, wide open. Lyles has 2 threes. Air balls from the left wing. Wilson, the offensive rebound, has 10 to shoot, missed passes. Hill steals it for Ball State. Cards have 5 on 4, left to right, trying to take the lead back. Tied at 46 with 16 minutes to go. Watts and Hill back and forth, top of the key. Watts hit a big 3 a couple of moments ago. Tells Gorosito to leave the corner. And a dish down towards Sparks. Poked out of bounds by Nate Johnson to the Ball State's bench. Stays Cardinals basketball tied at 46 with the under 16 media timeout. 15:53 to play here from the Jar. Allie Becky's our Pride Mark Student Athlete of the Week. Brought to you in part by Pride Mark Construction. Excellence to the highest standard of quality. On the focus of Pride Mark, supporters of Ball State and the Muncie community. You can check out Allie Becky and that women's basketball team trying to stay undefeated tomorrow at home in Muncie against Bowling Green. Ball State basketball tied at 46 with 15:53 to go. Second half on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Don't let an injury keep you on the bench. Every injury is unique, just like our patients. Our board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons will create a custom plan to help prevent future injuries. Our Marion Health Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team will guide you through the healing process. You'll feel confident knowing what to expect before and after treatment. We partner with you to make your recovery a success. You don't have to go far for excellent orthopedic care. Get back in the game with Marion Health.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pride Mark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pride Mark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
Check out Gill Brothers Furniture and Mattress Maker House of Home, proud sponsor of Ball State basketball. Gill Brothers makes great living affordable. 2 convenient locations in Muncie and Anderson. See us online at gilbros.com. Ball State 46, Akron 46, 15 minutes, 53 seconds to go here in the second half from James A. Rhodes Arena in Akron, Ohio. I think there are more mascots here than I've ever seen in one place before, and I haven't seen Zippy really around at all. Have you found Zippy in the sea of mascots?
I do see him over there to the right, but
there
right.
he is.
They're having some type of mascot convention here tonight.
Mascot convention. Ball State basketball, they work it left to right out of the media timeout. Mickey Pearson Jr. slips it in the corner right to Fat Hill, who has 8 points for the Cardinals. He's stopped in the baseline right. Runs again as the shot clock expires. Does not throw it up in time. It's a 30-second shot clock violation at Ball State's 7th turnover.
Yeah, just the first of the second half. To me, Mick, that is the key statistic for Ball State. If they don't turn it over, they have a chance to win this game.
Hill 4 assists to 2 turnovers today for Ball State. Zips and Cardinals even at 46, 15:30 to go. Lyles backing down Sparks. Sparks stops him in his tracks on the baseline left. A pass out to Tavari Johnson, who's receiving a screen from Lyles. A slip pass to Lyles, puts it off the window and in. Akron takes a 48-46 lead, approaching 15 to go. There have been 13 ties and 19 lead changes in this game. Akron reclaims it here by 2. Ball State crosses the A midcourt timeline logo, painted in blue with Gorosito. Kicks it to Sparks. Sparks stops the free throw line right. 2-hand pass to Mickey Pearson Jr., who throws it off the window and it drops in.
Great cut by Pearson. Terrific assist for Peyton Sparks.
Inside 15 minutes to go. All tied up at 48. Scott drives. Free throw line left. A flick of the wrist. Swish. Scott on his first step is so hard to stop.
He is, but I would rather give up that than the open corner 3.
Akron's back in front, 50-48, 14:30 to go. Here goes Fat Hill, driving baseline right, tries to yam one down. He's rejected by Lyles. Sparks grabs the loose ball, and nobody was there at the rim, so Sparks lays it up for 2 to tie it back at 50.
Heck of a block by Lyles. Hill tried to dunk on the state of Ohio. And Peyton Sparks right there with nobody guarding him.
Johnson runs inside the free throw line left and softly puts one in on a swish.
Holy smokes, Mick. Which team can get stops? Cards 100% field goal, 5 of 5. Zips are 71% this half.
We're watching tennis or basketball. Left, right, 52-50. Akron in front. 13:50 remains here in the game for the Jar. Gorosito from the right corner. He's 0 for 4 from 3 today. Spins one to the baseline right to Sparks. 8 to shoot. Sparks turns on Lyles, muscles through and powers one in.
My goodness. I mean, they're not bringing a double team, and Sparks is just feasting. At some point, is Gross going to change it up here?
52 all, 13:30 remains. Lyles stands idle. Free throw line left. Dribbles, gives to Johnson. Baseline left drive. He's wide open through 2, and a left-handed touch goes in. 54-52. We approach 13 to go in this track meet here in Maction on a Tuesday night. Gorosito receives a screen from Sparks, flicks it out to the corner left to Hill, who stands composed with a right-handed dribble in front of his bench. Hill with 8 points and 4 rebounds, 4 assists, puts it on the deck against the man-to-man defense against Akron. Gorosito to Pearson, corner right, open three-point ball, leaves it short, and Sharon Young, the trusted true freshman, grabs the defensive rebound for Akron. He goes coast to coast and right over top. Watts lays it in. 56-52. Coach Lewis burns a timeout for Ball State with 12:44 remaining here in the second half. Young has a team-best 13 points on 5 of 6 shooting in a total of 14 minutes.
I really like the timeout there. This crowd was starting to get into it. See if you can't squelch the momentum. Got some subs coming in. Got to get stops.
Both teams are shooting a blistering 78% here in the second half, but Akron takes a 56-52 lead with 12:44 to go as the Zips look for a 10-0 Mid-American Conference start, and Ball State looking to even up their MAC record at 5-5. This is Ball State basketball on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey Cardinal fans, it's women's head basketball coach Brady Sally here to talk about my friends at Gill Brothers Furniture. Let Richard Gill and his staff make your house a home just like he's done mine. He's a proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. Gill Brothers makes great living affordable. 2 convenient locations in Muncie and Anderson, and visit them online at gilbros.com. Ask about the Ball State discount.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
When it comes to vehicles, Greg Hubler Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Hubler Promise to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit promisekept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call Wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Hey, when the game takes you on the road, we're there. Check into the Courtyard Muncie at Horizon Convention Center. You'll find everything you need to transform your visit into a relaxing getaway. Book online today at Marriott.com. Ball State down 56-52 to Akron. 12 minutes and 44 seconds to go here in the second half. It's quite loud in this building.
Yeah, speaking of mascots, we got about 13 of them right here over our left and right shoulder.
This is nightmare fuel for me, Ian. They're just like everywhere. Ball State crosses the timeline with Ethan Britton Watts, trailing by 2 possessions. And Zippy's made an appearance by us, too. I like mascots. I'm just messing around. As Fat Hill turns around and hits the J to make it a 1-possession game, 56-54. They're all hanging out up here on the track on the second level. All right, back to basketball as Young into the free throw line left. Okonkwo working against Hendricks, who just checked in. Okonkwo misses short. Hernandez secures the rebound with 2 hands. And now Ball State can tie or take the lead, but Hernandez coughs it up and taken by Young. Young with bright pink shoes from the left wing, kicks it to the right wing with Scott. Gray bouncing off 2 defenders, steps back, loses control. Hernandez picks him up and out to Scott. Ball State is pushing this 9-0 Mac Akron team to the brink here today as Scott hits the 3 from the left wing and draws a foul too. Scott falls down, swishes home the 3. Hendricks pushed him down. It's a chance for a 4-point play, 59-54. Akron leads with 11:40 to go here in the game. It's another media timeout here from the Jar. That could be what sparks this crowd and this Zips team, but Ball State will try to make sure that doesn't happen. IU Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics. IU Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Muncie gets you back in the game with walk-in appointments. Welcome. 4-point play chance for the Zips when we come back on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey, Ball State. This is Voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow. Ball State Financial is your hometown credit union. It's the only place to get a free Dancing Charlie Cardinal-themed debit card. I opened up an account last year and absolutely love it. New customers also get free Ball State gear when they open up an account. Visit fcfcu.com/chirp for more info. That's fcfcu.com/chirp. Go Cards.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
New year, new ways to save at Peterman Brothers. With $1,500 off a new heating and cooling system. And no interest financing up to 36 months. You can even get a tax credit of up to $2,000 for select systems. And save even more with a membership. Just ask about our Peterman Protection Club. If you're ready to save big in 2025, just visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Special thank you to Spencer DeVoe at DeVoe Chevrolet in Alexandria for his support of Ball State Athletics. Visit DeVoeChevy.com. That's DeVoeChevy.com. Akron 59, Ball State 54. 11 minutes, 40 seconds remain here in the second half for the Jar. David Ehan McTidger with you. Matt Tittle producing here today. It's not like Ball State's not shooting well. They're 8 of 10 here in the second half after going 13 of 27 in the first half. Problem is, Akron's 9 of 12.
Yeah, and the difference, they've made 7 threes to the Cardinals 4, but the points off turnovers, Cardinals have only turned it over 8 times, but it is a 17-2 advantage, points off turnovers. So they are simply taking advantage of every Cardinal miscue. All right, they've won 38 out of their last 40 here. You knew at some point they were going to make a run. Can the Cards answer?
And Ball State watches the 4-point play go in by Scott. Ball State turns it over now here. Scott gives it off, and a quick layup, but an offensive foul.
Yeah, they're going to get Okonkwo. He basically tried to screen out a defender so nobody could get over and stop the fast break, and that's going to be his third foul.
It's a big opportunity now for Ball State to cut this 6-point game down a little bit.
That's a huge call. Not only does Okonkwo pick up his third, but that was an easy dunk and layup.
That's an 8-point game instead of 6.
That's right.
The chance for Ball State to make it either 3 or 4. Cardinals working left to right out of the timeout. It's Pearson, Watts, Hill, Sparks, Hernandez, the 5 on the floor. Pearson to Hill in the corner left. Hill has 10 points on 3 of 9. Shooting off to Pearson, who's wide open, races toward the rim. Johnson meets him there, but Pearson muscles through anyway and lays it in.
Tell you, Mickey's got an opportunity here. He has the mismatch. Every player out there that's tried to guard Pearson, they're all at least 3 inches, if not more, smaller than he is.
Isaiah Gray took a elbow to the throat and was saying, hey, my throat. He said, I'm okay, but he's been taken out for a few minutes. That's when they stopped play for a second. Akron basketball, 60-56, Zips lead. Inside 11 minutes to go. And another layup for Musime Kamali. Athleticism off the charts. 6-point lead for Akron now. Britton Watts for Ball State. Off to Hernandez in the right wing. Stops the free throw line right. And into the corner to Fat Hill. Hill is doubled up. Dribbles, hop steps in the lane. It mishandles the ball, but that's because he was fouled. Crowd in disbelief.
John Gross not happy about that. Cardinals really got a break. Fat got bailed out, got in the middle of that paint. About 3 zips in there, and now make the free throws. Fat 3 of 6 from the line, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He's played 27 minutes, the most of any guy out there.
They call it on Musime Kamali for Akron, and Hill's first free throw bounces out. 62-56, the score in favor of Akron. 10:30 remains in the game.
If you want to beat a team like Akron, you've got to do the little things. Cards now 8 of 14 from the line.
That's 60%, and Hill's second free throw rolls around and falls in. 5-point affair, 62-57. Under 10.5 to go. Here from the Jar in Akron, Ohio. Tavari Johnson off to Musime Kamali. And now Wilson controls. Wilson drives. Left free throw line. Steps into a jumper, swish. Points toward the sky after hitting it. Akron is 11 of 14 from the field in the second half. That is over 77%. Fat Hill toward the rim, lays it up and in. Ball State going point for point. Field goal for field goal with Akron right now.
Cards 75% shooting, Akron 78 in this half.
Johnson lobs it, a throw toward the athletic Musime Kamali, and he misses the shot but draws a foul. It's a foul on Ball State, down 64-59 with 9:47 here in the second half.
That's a good foul by Britton Watts. Make Musime Kamali earn it, just 1 of 6 at the line this season.
And he misses the first free throw.
Got a free throw rebound here. Joey Hart in, Hernandez out.
Hart had a really good first half off the bench. 9 minutes, 5 points, a rebound, and an assist.
Super small lineup out there for the Zips right now.
Second free throw up and out. Ball pinballs around. Last touched by Ball State's Pearson. And now Mason Jones about to go in. Jones had 4 rebounds off the bench in 9 minutes in the first half. Pearson checks out.
That hurt. You had that second missed free throw. You knew it was coming. Guys, 1 for 8. And now another opportunity.
Because it made bucket on the other end, makes it a 1-score game. Instead, Scott receives the inbounds pass, baseline left, and to Wilson. 64-59 Zips, 9:37 second half. Wilson into Jones, Jones defends him. 7 to shoot. Scott has it. Left wing drives toward the cup. Over 2 defenders. Puts it up and in. 66-59. Zips in front. 9:20 second half. Hart in the corner right for Ball State. Back to Watts. Watts dribbles back out. 2 coaches now for the Zips out in that coach's box. John Gross and one of the assistants were each crouching down, yelling at the defense. Jones to Hart. Hart flings it for Sparks. Sparks battling into 2 defenders, 7 to shoot. Sparks heaves it up, misses, grabs the miss, and the ball's poked out. Tavari Johnson for Akron. Into the other way to Wilson. Step in, left wing 3-point ball. Airballs it long. And Ball State takes a deep sigh of relief with 8:50 remaining in the game, down 66-59.
Man, that's as good a look as Wilson has had all night in transition, wide open. I mean, wide open. This is a guy in MAC play shooting 46% from out there and airballed it. If there was ever a time to take advantage, Mick, this is it right here. The lead is 7. You really need an answer. If you don't get one here, this thing can balloon to double figures. So big possession with 8:47 to go.
And the answer lies in the defensive end, right? Because the offense is shooting 71%. Cards down 7. Hill lobs it in towards Sparks. It's deflected out to Hart, who flings it to Pearson. Left wing 3. Count it. Mickey Pearson Jr. cuts it to 4. 66-62. 8.5 to go.
Huge basket by Mickey.
10 points for Pearson. Wilson from the left wing, driving baseline left, heaves it out to Scott, who jumps with every fiber in his body to save it in front of his own bench. And Scott heaves it out to Young with 13 points today. The freshman Young dribbles between the legs against the junior Gorosito. Young takes him to the rack and puts it up and in for 2.
Well, remember in your conversation with Michael Lewis, he said we got to contain them off the dribble. The last couple baskets, they've just taken the cards right to the rim.
Young has 15 points. His career best is 17. 68-62, zips in front of the Cardinals. Inside 8 minutes to go. Hill holds the ball above his head, kicks Gorosito right corner, open 3-point ball, rattles out, and the ball lands in the lap of Okonkwo for Akron. The Zips trot to the front court, right to left with Wilson. Wilson backs down Hart from the baseline left. Hart standing his ground. Transfer from Kentucky, working on the veteran Wilson. Transfer to West Virginia, gives to Okonkwo, and Okonkwo draws a foul against Sparks. Sparks fell to the floor, but his feet were inside the arc. And that is the second on Sparks here in this one. 5th team foul in Ball State. Under 8 media timeout. 7:26 remains. Akron 68. Ball State 62 here from the Jar. Thank you to Terry Schmier at Sam Pierce Chevrolet in Daleville for his support of Ball State Athletics. Visit sampiercechevy.com. That's sampiercechevy.com. More Cardinals basketball on the other side of this break on the Cards Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundry, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Huber.
When it comes to vehicles, the Greg Huber Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Huber Promise to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit PromiseKept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Huber.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you, less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Well, the dozen or so mascots just participated in the T-shirt toss. I presume that's why they were here?
I think we've got every minor league baseball, minor league hockey in a 70-mile-an-hour radius. Their team's mascot here tonight. Mick, one thing that's clear in the second half, right? Akron in the first half took 21 threes. They've only taken 3. They know the Cardinals are sticking to them at the three-point line, so they're saying, okay, let's not settle for threes. Let's make them guard us off the bounce. That's going to be the key to the Cardinals coming back in victory. Can they contain the dribble?
68-62. Akron leads it. 7:20 to go here in the second half. Gray, baseline left, jumper misses. Sparks falling down, grabs the rebound. Defensive foul on Akron.
Wow, that's Okonkwo's 4th over the back.
So there you go. They went inside to try and continue to attack the rim, and Ball State was ready for it.
Yeah, keep in mind, 40% of Akron points usually come from the three-point line.
A team that scores 84 points a game, that's 11th in the entire country out of 364 teams at the NCAA Division I level. Cards down 6. A 3 makes this a one-possession game. Hill curls off a screen from Sparks. Hill, 13 points to Gorosito. Johnson almost picks it off. Hill takes it, runs baseline right, hangs and hits. A team best 15 for Fat Hill, cuts it to 4. Silences the crowd for the moment here at the Jar. Lyles looks for Johnson, hits Johnson in the corner left. Nate Johnson trying to get out of a double team. Hart sticks him, throw for Young, and it's behind everybody. Past the ear hole of Young, out of bounds into the seats. Turnover, Akron just the 8th on them, and Ball State has a chance to cut this to one-possession game, down 68-64, 6:40 remaining.
Really good defensive sequence. Nate Johnson frustrated. John Gross pulls him out of the game. That's big. See if the Cardinals can't go on a mini run here.
It's Pearson, Gorosito, Hart, Sparks, and Hill, the 5 on the floor. Gorosito working against Tamari Johnson, who is all over him at the midcourt stripe. Sparks, 14 points on 6 of 10 shooting, hands it off to Hill. Hill navigates traffic, down to Sparks, muscles through, misses long, rebound Lyles. And Akron with a 4-point lead races into the front court with Scott. Scott's been a veteran presence today. 11 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 5 assists. Right wing 3, Young, the freshman, misses. Left, Pearson the rebound for Ball State.
Good box out that time by Mickey.
Coach Lewis calling out the offense for Ball State on the far right bench. Gorosito at the midcourt, a logo, working against Tavari Johnson. Johnson tries to bat the ball around. Hart hits the deck. Young falls on it too. Young and Hart tie up. It is a jump ball, and it favors Ball State. Down 68-64, 5:45 to go.
And there was no change of possession there, so I think they're going to keep the shot clock at 11. You know, it's interesting. Each team with 8 turnovers, yet Akron an 18-4 points off advantage.
That's efficiency, ridiculous efficiency.
Cards have been going to Fat Hill in these situations all night.
Inbounds pass from Watts to Sparks, and as soon as Sparks grabs it, Lyles fouls him. 5th team foul. And on Lyles, his 3rd personal.
Crowd doesn't like it, but that was a good call and a silly foul by Lyles. That was 40 feet away from the Cardinal basket.
Right, it's about at midcourt. Watts hits Hart on a backdoor cut. Hart goes right over top Young and lays it up and in. Hart with 7 points off the bench, 1 away from tying his career best that he had last game against Buffalo. 2-point game, 68-66. Akron leads with 5.5 to go. Young, free throw line left, step into a jumper, and it rolls around and drops in. 70-66, and Young ties his career best of 17 points. True freshman's going to be a star in this league.
I was just going to say that first look in person, and man, he can flat out play.
Young this year averages only 8 points per game, but 41% from 3.
Gatorade Player of the Year in West Virginia.
Yeah. Fat Hill, Ball State down 4. Hill navigates traffic and swatted away. Scott, the senior, takes it up to Tavari Johnson, who slowly dribbles toward the baseline, up and in, and it's a 4-0 spurt for Akron to make it 72-66. Inside 5 to go for the Jar.
I think Cards, nope, they're not going to do a timeout here.
You said it at the top of the show, E. 38-2 the Zips are in the last 40 games in this building. Ball State's had 9 leads. There's been 16 ties. but the Zips have really controlled here in the second half, outscoring Ball State by 4. Baseline right, Pearson flicks one up, misses long, rebound to Lyles, who saves it and gives it to Young. Young up to Scott. Scott gallops into the front court, receives a screen. Scott rolls toward the cup. Sparks partially blocks it, but the ball hits the backboard and drops in for 2. And there's a timeout for Coach Lewis as the jar erupts. 74-66, Akron leads with 4:18 to go. Hey, thank you to Jason Shively, Victory Honda of Muncie, for his support of Ball State Athletics. Visit victorymuncie.com. That's victorymuncie.com. We'll take the break with them on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Hey fans, be sure to check out West Fork Whiskey, newly partnered with Ball State Athletics this year. Visit them in person in Westfield, Indiana, or online at westforkwhiskey.com. Akron 74, Ball State 66, 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go here from James A. Rhodes Arena in Akron, Ohio. Down 8E, the offense has been very solid here in the second half, shooting 62%. Akron's only missed 6 shots on 16 makes.
Yeah, and I mean, only 4 3-point field goal attempts, Mick, where they took 21 in the first half. Clearly the game plan, we're not settling for threes. You're guarding us out there. Can you contain us off the bounce? Cards haven't been able to do that, and Akron has pulled ahead. Big possession here. No question, Michael Lewis drew up a set play. They've been going to Fat Hill all night coming out of the timeouts. He's been able to pay dividends. Can the Cards get a big basket right here?
74-66, the score here at the Jar. Akron in front with 4:18 remaining. David Eham McTidrow on hand with Matt Tuttle producing here tonight. Ethan Britton Watts facing full court pressure from Akron as the Cardinals work it left to right. Out of the timeout. Hernandez works against Tavari Johnson. A spin toward Fat Hill. Lobs it for Sparks. The ball's poked free, and Young takes it for Akron. Working right to left, no look pass to Lyles. Scoop and score. It's a 10-point game. The largest lead for Akron tonight, 76-66.
That's a killer. Had a pick and roll. Fat threw it away. Run out, layup.
3:45 to go. Mickey Pearson trying to answer the other end. A flick of the wrist, 7 feet out, drops it down. Ball State only 9 turnovers, but it seems like they've all been very costly. Bray stands composed at midcourt for Akron. Transfer from Cornell, bounces it off his foot, regathers right before it goes to an over and back. To Scott, left wing 3, pops out. Pearson secures for Ball State, and the Cardinals down 8 with 3:18 to go, trying to make this a 6 or 5 point game.
All right, you got 1 stop. Now get a score and string 2 more stops together.
Here's Watts working against Johnson. Sparks, handoff to Pearson. Skips it toward Watts, corner left. Open 3-point ball, pops out, and Gray, the defensive rebound. Heaves it up to the freshman Young, gives off to Lyles, a 2-handed slam, and that jolts this crowd alive. 78-68 for Akron, 2:48 to go. Tell you what, Young has been scoring at will, but these last couple of possessions, his vision has been uncanny.
Yeah, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and 17 points for the freshman.
Watts throws it for Sparks on the baseline right. Sparks working against Lyles, leaves it short. Lyles fouls Sparks, much to the displeasure of the crowd. It's a 10-point game. Akron leads, and Sparks going to the free throw line right for 2 shots on Akron's 6th team foul the second half.
Look, plenty of time left here. 2 free throws could make this an 8-point game. You can't keep trading at this point, Mick. You've got to get a defensive stop at the other end. Cards 9 of 15 from the free throw line tonight.
And Sparks hits back iron, and it pops out. They thank you to Family Vision Care for being a proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. Visit them in person at 4801 West Bethel Avenue in Muncie or online at fvceyes.com. Where are your glasses today? You're not wearing them? You're not sporting them?
Not right now, buddy.
Got the contacts in?
Save contacts. Save the glasses for the drive home.
Smart play. Smart play. 10-point game. Sparks free throw line right. Swishes down the second free throw. 9-point game as Hendricks checks in for Sparks.
All right, so they put Hendricks in. Let's see if the Cards don't try to do some type of trap here, see if you can't force a turnover.
Young controls a game best 17 points for the true freshman. Young in front of his own bench, far side right to Johnson. Into the corner right to the other Johnson. Nate Johnson, one-handed pass toward the baseline. His last touch by Ball State. Coach Lewis is saying, whoa, wait a second. Britton Watts is saying, hey, can we check this thing with 2:15 to go? No. 78-69, Akron leads. It's not inside 2 minutes though, right?
That's right.
So they can't review that. That might be Ball State basketball, E. Inbounds pass, Nate Johnson toe tapping the sideline, rather the baseline, and Watts gets him on the shoulder.
So that's only the 16th foul, but what that does is it resets the shot clock to 20.
And here's a timeout called by Akron. Akron leads 78-69, 2:13 remains here from Akron, Ohio. And make sure to visit Kohl's and Kohls.com. You'll find amazing deals on everything you need, all in one place, so you can focus on moments that matter. Kohl's, where families come first. Well, Akron is staring at a 10-0 Mid-American Conference record. If they can hold on for these last 2:13, Ball State to come back and win this and pull even at 5-5 in the MAC. This would be a monumental type of win and get on a roll with back-to-back victories on a 5-day road trip.
Well, that's just it. I mean, you got to give the Cards credit. You talked about it. They've been on the road since Friday. You come into a place where Akron hardly ever loses. Cards have given them everything they can handle. It's not over yet, but a valiant effort. And look, this shows you can play with this team. You get them on a neutral site. I mean, I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Their largest lead average in the last 5 games, Mick, has been 26 points.
Ludicrous.
They haven't been winning games. They've been blowing teams out.
And they beat Miami, who's 8-1 in the conference, by 30 points.
Yeah, I mean, their scoring margin is 88-72 on the season. That's a 16-point win advantage.
It's Akron basketball. The baseline left up 9. Inbounds pass to Johnson. He scores. And it's now the largest lead for the Zips, 80-69, as we approach 2 minutes to go. Britton Watts crosses midcourt off to Fat Hill. Hill and Hernandez go back and forth. Hill skips toward the lane, spins around, and a soft finger roll drops in. It's back to 9, 80-71 with 1:50 to go. Feel like you got to get a stop here for Ball State.
It's a must-have.
And now there's a foul. So that puts the Zips at the free throw line. 7th team foul. This one's on Hernandez.
And that's going to send the freshman Sharon Young to the line. He's 16 of 19 on the season, 84%.
Career points leader at his high school in West Virginia, a record broken that was held since the 1950s. And Sharon Young proving that he can score here at the Division I level as well. He now has a career best 18 points in this game, 7 of 9 from the field, and that's his first free throw attempt that he makes to make it an 81-71 Akron advantage, 1:41 to play.
Yeah, career high for him. And this is what makes Akron so tough to beat is their depth. They've got 49 bench points. So on a night, as Young missed the free throw, where their starters weren't getting it done, the bench filled in.
Cards grab the rebound, down 10, 1.5 minutes to go. Pearson holds top of the key, gives to Watts. Watts working against Young at 6th year on freshman. Dish to Sparks, wheels it to Hill, drives against Scott. Scott holds his ground, but then fouls Hill near the baseline right. 7th team foul, and now Hill's going to the free throw line where today he's just 4 of 8, and the Cardinals as a team 10 of 17.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 10-point game, and you've left 7 points at the charity stripe, so this thing could be even a lot closer. And again, a minute 18 is tons of time.
But you got to hit your free throws.
You got to make the free throws and then set up the press.
Winning demands consistency. Find a better way to grow your money at GameBridge.io. That is GameBridge.io. Proud sponsor of Ball State Sports. Ball State's last lead was with 1:12 to go in the first half, 35-34. Since that point, Akron has... And a throw from Jones, rather Hart to Watts. Out of bounds, turnover on Ball State. Watts said it was tipped. Referees disagree. And that's Ball State's 10th turnover to give it back to Akron, leading Ball State 81-71 with 44.8 to go. Tavari Johnson slowly walking up into the front court with a casual left-handed dribble to try and take clock off. Fans starting to leave the jar as they think this game is in hand. Johnson back to Johnson. And Nate Johnson from 3 bounces out. Rebound Hill. Shot clock dark. 25 seconds to go. Cards down 10. Hill racing and is fouled on the baseline right. It's a foul on Young. Second personal, 8th team foul. Coach Lewis puts his hands on his head, then puts them in his pockets. The everyday contingent of Ball State fans sitting right behind Ball State's bench, far side right. Who's over there today? We've got the Breiners, the Whitehairs, the Hendricks family, Joey Hart's family.
The Watts family.
Watts family's there.
Pearson's most likely. Almost come to every away game.
Jamari Hill, free throw line right, swishes down the first, and it's 81-72. Ball State trails with 22.5 ticks to go.
Fat has played 37 minutes tonight, most of any player out there.
He has 18 points, which is right above his season average, 3rd best score in the MAC. 6 of 13 from the field, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. 5 of 10 from the free throw line. He has a second chance here, swishes home. Eight-point game, Akron basketball right to left. Light full court pressure from Ball State. Hart picks up Johnson. And Tavari Johnson spins it for Scott.
Carr's not fouling.
And Scott is going to watch this one hit 0. Down to 6-5. And the Cards fall today 81-73 from the jar. Akron's now 10-0 in Mid-American Conference play. Ball State falls to 4-6 in league play, but this is the toughest game that Akron has played all year. Make no mistake about it, Ball State came to play today, and the Zips were just able to squeak this thing out. 81-73. We'll have the Starry postgame show coming up. David Ehal run down and talk with head coach Michael Lewis near the locker room since we are stationed on the concourse second level on the track. So Ian, Coach Lewis conversation coming up in a few moments. It is an 81-73 Akron victory over Ball State. Starry postgame show next on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
We are Indiana Spine Group, now in Muncie. We specialize in treatment of the entire spine. Our interventional pain management physicians and spine surgeons work together to find the root cause of your symptoms, whether it's playing a professional sport or playing with your grandchildren. Our team makes every decision with you and your goals in mind. We are advocates for non-surgical interventions, and we will only recommend surgery if it truly is the best option. To learn more, visit our website at indianaspinegroup.com or call 765-283-0150.
Make 2025 your year of flawless selfies, no filter needed. Achieve your best look with subtle yet significant enhancements at Muncie's leading skin rejuvenation clinic. Revitalize Med Spa is an official partner of Ball State Athletics. Schedule your free consultation and claim your $25 discount off any facial. Plus, get 2 free tickets to any Ball State basketball game just for scheduling a consultation. No purchase necessary. Learn more online at revitalize-med-spa.com. That's revitalize-med-spa.com. Go Cards!
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pride Mark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sports, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pride Mark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
On the Gainbridge Ball State Cardinals Sports Network. From Learfield, this is Ball State Cardinals basketball. Welcome to Postgame. Brought to you by Starry. Starry hits different. Now, back to courtside.
Welcome into the Starry Postgame Show. Final score today, Akron 81, Ball State 73. The Cardinals fall to 4-6 in MAC play, while the Zips continue to roll on. They are now a perfect 10-0 in the Mid-American Conference and 17-5 overall this year. Ball State's 10-12. Close one for the majority of this game as Akron started to pull away late in the affair. Again, Ball State had a 35-34 lead with 1:12 to go in the first half. Then Akron had a couple of buckets, took the lead into halftime, and then did not relinquish it from that point on to win it 81-73. Largest lead was 11 points, 80-69 there with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. But again, Akron didn't really build that double-digit lead until the final 4 minutes of the game when they pulled away over Ball State. So, looking at the first to second half splits, Ball State scored 36 points in the first half and 37 points in the second half. Akron went 38 in the first half to take a 2-point lead into the break, but then put on 43 points in the second half to balloon that lead up to what eventually led to an 8-point victory over Ball State. 81-73 is the final score here from James A. Rhodes Arena in favor of the Akron Zips over Ball State. We'll step aside, continue the Starry Postgame Show. We'll come back and look at that entire look of stats and also out-of-town scoreboard. David Eha also chats with head coach Michael Lewis. That's all ahead on the Starry Postgame Show on the Cardinals Gainbridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey Cardinal fans, it's women's head basketball coach Brady Sally here to talk about my friends at Gill Brothers Furniture. Let Richard Gill and his staff make your house a home just like he's done mine. He's a proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. Gill Brothers makes great living affordable. 2 convenient locations in Muncie and Anderson, and visit them online at gillbros.com. Ask about the Ball State discount.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Huger.
When it comes to vehicles, the Greg Hubler Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Hubler Promise to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit promisekept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
Did you know that your dental exam can reveal many other health issues? Poor sleep, headaches, anxiety, and acid reflux are just a few issues that can be recognized in a dental exam. All health care can be made easier when caught early, so prevention is the key. Our team at University Avenue Dental prides itself in being on the cutting edge as part of your medical team. With thorough testing, imaging, and examination, Dr. Greg Powell will work with you on a personal level to ensure you receive the very best care. If preventative care is what you're looking for, please call Dr. Pyle at 765-288-6121 or online at drgregpyle.com.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Hey, Ball State. This is Voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow. Ball State Financial is your hometown credit union. It's the only place to get a free Dancing Charlie Cardinal-themed debit card. I opened up an account last year and absolutely love it. New customers also get free Ball State gear when they open up an account. Visit fcfcu.com/chirp for more info. That's fcfcu.com/chirp. Go Cards.
We roll on here in the Starry postgame show. Final score today, 81-73. Akron defeats Ball State here in Akron, Ohio from James A. Rhodes Arena. Ball State now 4-6 in conference. Akron's a perfect 10-0 so far this year in league play. Let's take a look at our check of stats presented by MITS, Muncie, Indiana Transit System. No car, no problem. MITS is reliable, safe, and free for students and veterans. Download that MITS bus app and ride with MITS today. Ball State led in scoring by Jamari Fat Hill, 19 points. Also had 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks in this one. Peyton Sparks, 15 points, 3 rebounds in a total of 31 minutes today. He was 6 of 11 from the field. Ethan Britton Watts added 7 points. Mickey Pearson Jr., another double-digit performance, 12 points, 4 rebounds. Jeremiah Hernandez, 6 points as well today. Ben Hendricks had 2. Joey Hart, 7. Mason Jones, 5. Jones also had 4 rebounds in the game as well off the bench in 10 total minutes of action for Ball State. Leading scorer for Akron in this one was the freshman Sharon Young, 18 points. Scott had 13, Lyles 12. Nate Johnson poured in 16 points. And those were the double-digit scores for the Zips. Okonkwo led with 6 rebounds for Akron, who out-rebounded Ball State 31-28. And in the points off turnovers, 20-4. Akron won that one. Points to the paint, 46-42. Akron won that battle as well. Second chance points, 13-5 to the Zips. And bench production, 49-20 in favor of Akron. That is our check of stats presented by MITS. Our out-of-town scoreboard, NIU falls to Bowling Green, 83-74. Toledo, 87-74 win over Buffalo. Kent State demolishes EMU, 70-49. Ohio, 94-69 win over Western Michigan. And Miami, 76-70 victory over Central Michigan on the road there. That one's a final for a 6-point win for Miami. So looking at the Mid-American Conference standings right now, it's still Akron at the top at perfect 10-0. Miami's 9-1. And then Toledo 7-2. We'll have more on the Starry postgame show coming up. Coach Lewis and David Eha talk about this one. Cards fall 81-73 on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Make 2025 your year of flawless selfies, no filter needed. Achieve your best look with subtle yet significant enhancements at Muncie's leading skin rejuvenation clinic. Revitalize Med Spa is an official partner of Ball State Athletics. Schedule your free consultation and claim your $25 discount off any facial. Plus, get 2 free tickets to any Ball State basketball game just for scheduling a consultation. No purchase necessary. Learn more online at revitalize-med-spa.com. That's revitalize-med-spa.com. Go Cards!
Don't let an injury keep you on the bench. Every injury is unique, just like our patients. Our board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons will create a custom plan to help prevent future injuries. Our Marion Health Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team will guide you through the healing process. You'll feel confident knowing what to expect before and after treatment. We partner with you to make your recovery a success. You don't have to go far for excellent orthopedic care. Get back in the game with Marion Health.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Huber.
When it comes to vehicles, Greg Huber Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Huber Promise to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit PromiseKept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Huber.
Hey Cardinal fans, it's women's head basketball coach Brady Sally here to talk about my friends at Gill Brothers Furniture. Let Richard Gill and his staff make your house a home just like he's done mine. He's a proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. Gill Brothers makes great living affordable. 2 convenient locations in Muncie and Anderson, and visit them online at gillbros.com. Ask about the Ball State discount.
Hey, Ball State. This is Voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow. Ball State Financial is your hometown credit union. It's the only place to get a free Dancing Charlie Cardinal-themed debit card. I opened up an account last year and absolutely love it. New customers also get free Ball State gear when they open up an account. Visit fcfcu.com/chirp for more info. That's fcfcu.com/chirp. Go Cards.
Hello, I'm Shane Nichols, and I'm in charge of sponsorship for Ball State Athletics, and I can help your business profit from the Ball State community, the largest economic force in the region, a community you should target if you want to grow your business. We can do this better than any other type of advertising. I guarantee we can make it work, measurably. To learn more, take the Ball State Biz Quiz. Just visit ballstatesports.com/quiz. That's ballstatesports.com/quiz.
Joined on the post game by head coach Michael Lewis. Coach, a hard-fought game, 2-point game at the half. What changed in the second half, particularly after that first 4-minute timeout where they were able to kind of stretch the lead?
Well, they scored like 18 points. Like they do that to a lot of teams. A lot of times they do it at the beginning of the game. I thought we punched first in the first half. I didn't think we had that in the second half. But even with that, we came back, tied the game, got it in a manageable position. We gave up 68% from the field the second half. Like, you're not going to, again, you gave up 81 points. You're not going to, like, that's 7 out of 10. Like, you know, our defense has got to be better. I thought they really attacked us. I thought they really moved Peyton in the ball screens and really made him work because he kind of gotten some things going offensively and just tried to wear him down. You know, I thought our communication broke down, and the thing that's really disappointing, David, is we got to the under 4 timeout, and it was just a 2 or 3 possession game, and I thought we really splintered as a group, and we got guys mumbling to themselves, you know, and that's just not what we're going to be about, and so that's really the most disappointing thing. We got to be better in those situations.
And was that the message to the team after a game like this?
Yeah, like our effort was good enough to win. We made some very unintelligent plays the second half. They picked up their pressure, and instead of playing with poise, you know, we're running through passes, not running true leads. We quit setting screens to help get guys open. Didn't play off 2 feet, and instead of beating them with the pass, which is what we were able to do the first half, we just relegated to trying to put our head down and make plays one-on-one, and that's not how you beat this team. And we got there in a minute in the second half, how many points they scored the second half. They scored 43 in the second half. We just got up and down. You can't get in a track meet with those guys. We needed to keep this game in the 60s to give ourselves a chance. We gave up 81.
That's head coach Michael Lewis joining us here on the Story Postgame Show. Ehad joins us back here. Final thoughts here, David, from Akron.
Yeah, look, I mean, we talked about it. Cards battled on the road since Friday. To beat a team like Akron, particularly here where they're so tough, you got to play flawless. Would love to get some of those turnovers back, and in the second half, just defensively, as he said, we talked about it during the broadcast, you had to string multiple stops together. You're not going to win giving up 67% shooting. But what it did demonstrate is you get Akron on a neutral court. As we said, they have dominated teams. They did not dominate today.
No.
So clean up the little things. And Fat on the free throw line is just leaving a lot of points there. It's one of those tough things to figure out. It's not form, but certainly in a game like tonight, every little point counts. And so got a chance to come back on Saturday, going to step out of conference. But look, if Cardinals can play like this the remainder of the season, they're going to get their share of dubs.
Max Sunbelt Challenge resumes on Saturday. Ball State takes on Southern Miss. Mark Forrester, Scott Bunn will have the radio call. Ian and I step over to TV for Ball State and Southern Miss. Appreciate you tuning in. This has been a presentation of the Story Postgame Show. Cards fall to Akron 81-73. We'll talk with you on Tuesday on the Cardinals Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody.